Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Story Darlings podcast. I'm Sandra.
And I'm Tara.
What are we talking about today, Tara?
So today we're going to be talking about the options for our next read along. And these have been sent in to our book club on Amazon. And so we're going to put up a poll here soon, and you're going to get to vote which book we do a read along with.
Yay! I'm so excited. This is our very first one. If you've tuned into previous episodes, we briefly brought up the Amazon book club that we have. There are over 110 of you now. So that's so exciting. And just bear with us because this is the first time that we're going to talk about books that have been submitted and then how to cast a vote on what we read as a group next. And then Tara and I will read it, get together, and we'll talk about it. And so it should be fun. So, because we started the Amazon book club like 2 months ago now, I went ahead back then and submitted 3 books, just random books that came out in like the past 6 months. And so the books that I went ahead and recommended to kickstart this is The Hurricane Wars by Thea Guinzon, The Cruel Dark by B. Northwick, and Fall of Ruin and Wrath by Jennifer Armentrout. And if you remember, Tara, a couple years ago, we covered From Blood and Ash by Jennifer Armentrout, and we had our friend Jessie on to talk about that for an episode. So that was super fun.
Yeah, I remember that. I remembered the names as I was going through this. I'm like, wait, these sound familiar.
I remember you're like, there's so much world building. And honestly, there was. There was a ton because it's about like vampires and wolves, and there's just so much world building. It kind of makes your eyeballs glaze over. But yes, Poppy and Castile. But anyway, so the first book, The Hurricane Wars, that is by a Filipino author who debuted last summer, like late summer. And she is friends with Ali Hazelwood. And both of those authors are kind of known previously for doing like Raylo fanfic. And so The Hurricane Wars is kind of like a Raylo fanfic inspired story. So it has like Shadow Daddy character. And then it has a very Philippines inspired country, which is so cool because reading it, I come across like Easter eggs for different just things in the Filipino culture and things that they eat and how they dress and even, the 5 million names that you have for your auntie and stuff like that. And so it's so much fun.
Okay, dumb question over here. Raylo? What is Raylo?
Ray and Kylo Ren from
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, there's a lot of fanfic out there, which I mean I get it. I liked Kylo Ren.
Uh-huh. I've never liked Adam Driver. Like I never thought
Really?
he was like cute until that movie, and then like, oh, I see it.
Even though he was kind of like a brooding brat in that movie too.
But that's my type, Sandra. That's my type.
No, it's cool because if you look at the cover art for Ali Hazelwood's first books, which are like The Love Hypothesis and I want to say Love on the Brain, I might be mistaken about that one, but you can see from the cover art, they kind of look like Ray and Kylo Ren. Just
Okay.
Yes. Adam Driver is so cute to me, but this isn't an episode about gushing about cute actors, so we're gonna keep it to the books. So the Hurricane Wars, like I said, it is a Raylo fanfic inspired world with like Philippine culture. There's dragons, there's shadow magic. It's almost like a grown up Shadow and Bone, so like that Darkling type of character. It's enemies to lovers, and it is so deliciously slow burn. So there's that book. And then The Cruel Dark is an indie book. It is a gothic romance with spice. So both of these have spice. And that one came out Halloween of last year. And it was cool, Tara, because I was talking to the author of The Cruel Dark, and she's from like the Northwest Arkansas type area.
Oh.
And I know, it was so cool. But B. Northwick is her Instagram handle. So definitely check her out. She has such a cool vibe. And she's such a talented writer too. Like if you like dark gothic romances, this one is about a woman named Millicent who goes to this estate to help this professor, Caleb Hughes, who is big into like Fae lore and language translation and stuff like that. And so she helps him do that as an assistant. But there are a couple twists in the book, and the romance is so good. So that is The Cruel Dark.
Well, another cool thing about The Cruel Dark is it's a Kindle Unlimited book. So, like, I noticed a couple of these are Kindle Unlimited books. So, if that sways anybody's take on what book to read.
That is a great call out because I know that B. Northwick just did that recently too to reach more readers. So awesome call out on that because that is definitely something to think about, because books are expensive.
Hmm.
um, so Fall of Ruin and Wrath, that one is by Jennifer Armentrout, and it is a new series. So this is outside of, Flesh and Fire and Blood and Ash, those two series that are intermingled. So this one is also spicy and a delicious one that I enjoyed. I know I'm like, how did the tables get flipped here? Me talking about all the spicy books all the time.
Are any of these not spicy?
I don't know. Honestly, the rest of the books that have been submitted, which we'll talk about, I know next to nothing about any of them.
Well, I read
So
the descriptions. They all sound like they have the potential to have spice. So I'm hoping.
you're like, this will make it so good. These pages will fly by. So those are the first three books. And then our first submission in the Amazon Book Club is
By Leah B. And she recommended The Wicked in Me, which I mean, the title alone. And I judge a lot by the book covers and what I'm going to be interested in. And this book cover is so like intriguing. Like I like the roses. I like that they're like a wilty color. Like I don't know. It's intriguing, but I'm just going to read the synopsis because I know nothing about this book. So no one really knows what they are, only that they're the first civilization. Aeons? They call themselves. We're already getting into the like we don't know how to pronounce things. They're immortal, powerful, and secretive, and they'll come for her. Which Winter Delaval
what?
knows that
That's
that
a
for
name.
certain. Because in unfairly trying to execute her, they started a chain of events they're struggling to stop. Needing safety, she flees to Devil's Cradle, the home of monsters, a place for outcasts, the fugitives, the crazies, a place ruled by the ancients, seven beings who were once banished by the Aeons. Among the ancients is the infamous Cain, brother of Abel, and the embodiment of jealousy, who, on another note, wants in her bed. See, spice. Um, there's a heavy price for the safety of the ancients' offer, but Winter will pay or will have to pay it. She can't take on the Aeons alone, and she has no intentions of dying. Been there, done that. Not that she'll be the easy prey the Aeons are expecting. They have no knowledge of the thing that lives inside her.
The thing that lives inside her.
I know. Um, you see, when witches are brought back from the afterlife, they don't always come back the same, and they don't always come back alone. So there's some intrigue here. Like, what is inside this? Like, I feel like this is very like Amarin, the thing
Mm-hmm.
inside her. I don't know. I got very like mythology, like Greek mythology with the ancients, seven
Yes.
gods, and like also like them being banished by one or like the new thing because I was very like Zeus and his group banishing the Titans.
Yes, seven beings, the holy
Hmm.
number. We got a Cain and Abel reference. And then witches. Hello. Yeah.
Hmm.
I
And
would be open to that.
clearly some spice
Yes, clearly the
because
spice.
it spells out he wants in her bed.
And
So
that is by, okay, The Wicked in Me by Suzanne Wright. Immortal, powerful, unmatched. We're totally judging books by their covers here. I mean, it works. That's what you do when you're shopping around for a book. You look at the
mhm.
cover. Oh, okay. Melissa is amazing. Shout out to Melissa. She submitted three here. She recommended Heavenly Bodies, Trial of the Sun Queen, and When the Moon Hatched. Trial of the Sun Queen was actually recommended to me by Danielle over on Instagram. So shout out Danielle. And she had really awesome things to say about it. She said it was kind of like Throne of Glass, like just really exciting with a strong heroine.
Well, look at that book cover. Like, there's
I
a mask,
know.
there's a mirror, there's shackles, like, and it's all pretty in gold, like, and a necklace.
Tara's like, ooh, shiny golden
Mhm.
things.
And just another call out, the Trial of the Sun Queen and When the Moon Hatched are both Kindle Unlimiteds as well.
Oh, nice.
So,
I didn't even look into that. Tara did her homework.
I did. I'm like, how much am I gonna have to pay for this?
Heavenly Bodies by, it says Imani Eru. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I have not heard of that one. Says, in a world ruled by the stars, cruel and merciless gods that watch over the world, Ilara has been cursed by fate, a prophecy that promises that she will fall for a star and it will kill them both. But when one descends to wreak havoc on Ilara's kingdom, she is forced to flee the arms of her enemy in the neighboring country. As she learns more about her own magic and the depth of the star's deceit, she finds herself also learning more about the country she takes refuge in and the enemy prince forced to train her into a weapon. Something dark brews within her, a power made of night and shadows that begs to be broken free. You know how I feel about it. There are like a few words that stuck out to me, which are like dark shadows. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
okay, there's definitely like a shadow daddy in here.
Yep.
Sign me up.
Yeah, that one sounds cool, and I like that, like, I don't know what the stars are. I feel like there's some backstory to, like, where the stars are coming from and, like, some star-crossed lovers going in. Again, some spice, because I have a feeling there's also gonna be some enemies to lovers
Mm-hmm,
going
mm-hmm.
on here.
Spice, I feel like that title, Heavenly Bodies, it doesn't have to do with star constellations.
Mhm.
Wink.
So the Trial of the Sun Queen by Nisha Tooley is basically what it sounds like. A Court of Thorns and Roses meets Fourth Wing. So both
Ooh.
things, great. Enemies to lovers fantasy romance with fae magic, high stakes trial, and a dark prince. Hmm. So there's also a competition. So it's very like Throne of Glass sounding too. So 10 women, a deadly contest. Only one can win the Sun King's heart. Mm.
Mhm.
Lore has endured 12 long years of torment under the Aurora King's rule. Her only desire is to escape and pay him back for every moment of misery she's endured. When a surprise release finds her in the hands of the rival Sun King, Lore is thrust into the spotlight as she competes against 9 other tributes for the role of queen. If she wins his heart, she'll earn her freedom and finally get her revenge. But Lore doesn't belong in the Sun Queen's trials. Not only does she not understand why she was freed, she isn't a citizen of the Sun King's court. The other tributes resent her presence and will stop at nothing to ensure Lore, wow, is removed from the competition permanently. Now Lore must win because if she loses, she dies. Or worse, she'll be returned to the evil and now vengeful Aurora King. And I have a problem reading, apparently. So,
I don't know about you, Tara, but they say evil, vengeful king. I'm like, I feel
mm,
like this should be a red flag, but maybe it's not.
yeah. No, there's avenues in this.
Hmm.
Yeah.
When the moon hatched, I feel like I've heard mixed things. I've seen some people really love it and some people really just not like it, and I know nothing about it. So let's see here. The creators did not expect their beloved dragons to sail skyward upon their end, to curl into balls just beyond gravity's grip, littering the sky with tombstones, with moons. They certainly did not expect them to fall. As a valued elding blade of the rebellion group Fleur de Oth, Rave's job is to kill, to complete orders and never get caught. When a renowned bounty hunter is employed by the crown to capture a member of the Ath, Rave's world is turned upside down. Blood spills, hearts break, and Rave finds herself at the mercy of the Guild of Nobles, a group of dual beated elementals who intend to turn her into a political statement. Only death will set her free. Crushed beneath a mourning weight, Can Vagor took the head of a king and donned his melted crown, now on a tireless quest to assuage the never ebbing ache. So it goes on and on and on. I'm like, this is giving away the entire plot. Okay, I think I've mentioned this before, but I never read synopses if I can help it. Like, I will
Mhm.
see what tropes are in something if it's something that sounds like right up my alley, but I like avoid synopses like the plague. So I feel like some of these give away too much.
This one is very confusing to me because a group of dual beaded elementals? Like, what's a
What the
dual
hell is
beaded
that?
elemental? like, like, was this necessary to be in this? Because, like, it doesn't add anything for me. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
This one needs to work on their synopses marketing.
The next book was recommended by Melissa and Leah.
Mm.
It might have been my favorite when I read the synopsis. So it's called The Ever King, and there are additional like books in this because there was an Ever Queen too. So this is a like not a standalone, so kind of cool. And then it also is a Kindle Unlimited, but it is by L.J. Andrews. And so the synopsis, I don't think gave away too much. So we'll go ahead. They stole his crown, so he stole their daughter. For years, Eric, the scarred king?
I don't think he's a scared king.
I don't know. Maybe he is. Okay. The scarred king of the Ever Kingdom has thought of nothing but vengeance against the man who killed his father and trapped him beneath the waves, making him a prisoner in his own realm. Until his enemy's daughter unintentionally breaks the chains on the Ever, and Eric makes her the unwitting pawn in his vicious game of revenge. She's innocent. He's vicious, but he will take back what he lost no matter the price, unless she steals his heart first. Welcome to the passionate world of the Ever Kingdom, where pirates, sirens, and fae collide with Vikings in dark fantasy. There's your dark romance between a villain and the innocent princess who holds his heart.
Ooh, I love the sound of this one. I'm with you there. And even like pirates and sirens. How
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Yes.
I'm sensing a theme here with these. It's always like this girl in a very lack of power, submissive role, and this shadowy, dark man, and contests or bounty hunts or whatever quests,
Well,
killing
isn't
quests.
isn't that life though? Like the men have all the power and the women like, but secretly the women do.
I know.
Like,
Hmm,
like
hmm.
because like that one, like the woman has the power. Like he thinks he does, but like she stole his heart. So like,
I'm
yeah.
for these stories where the male simps for the female in the
Hmm.
most desperate way possible. So if this has that, think yes, yes, please.
And added bonus, it is Kindle Unlimited. So
What about this next one, Kingdom of Flesh and Fire? So this is Blood and Ash Book 2, which we previously covered the first book. Is this on KU?
no, I feel like we also started to read this one. So I think I'm like halfway through this one.
Really? I don't
Yes.
remember.
Yes. Because I feel like I like the second book better than the first book.
Okay, yep. I feel like there was less world building because you're more,
Yes.
centered in the story itself.
Yes. So, I mean, I'm going to have to reread it to even know if I did, in fact, read this book.
You're like, I know there's a Castile and a Poppy, and that's it.
And I remember Castile being kind of hot.
What about
Um,
Kieran?
I don't remember Kieran that much, though.
It would be fun to get back into the series.
Yeah.
It's not very long, and I
No.
know that the spin-off series finished.
And like this would be good because we are wanting to go to one of the like book cons, and Jennifer has one that she goes to. So that would be kind of a
Yes.
good like segue into other things. So
A Polycon, right? That's
mhm.
hers. Maybe next year, maybe 2025.
Yeah.
How many book recommendations was this? 9?
Hmm.
Okay, so to quickly recap, the Hurricane Wars, The Cruel Dark, Fall of Ruin and Wrath.
Heavenly Bodies, The Trial of the Sun Queen, When the Moon Hatched, The Ever King, and Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. Is that 9? Did I miss one? I might have
Uh
missed one.
The Wicked
Oh,
in
The
Me.
Wicked in Me. I'm
So,
scrolling up and down on my sheet, so sorry. It's not that I don't want to read The Wicked in Me, I promise.
here's how we're going to do this. So, all of these books have been recommended or suggested on our Amazon book club page. So, in the show notes, we're going to link out to the Story Darlings book club page where you can see all of these. And what we will do is open up voting across all of the social platforms and the book club page. So, you can thumbs up the book there on the little carousel that you'll see, or you can go to Instagram or Facebook or Twitter/X, and I will put up a picture of all 9 books. And then for the next week, just head over to those places, vote. We'll tally them all up, and then we'll hop back on and announce what we're covering and kick off reading. So
Yeah.
everyone will have a good, month to read the book, giving everyone time because I know lives get busy and things like that. You're super busy. I'm super busy. So it should be fun.
And if you haven't joined the book club, now's a great time to join. And then if you haven't followed us on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at Story Darlings, now's a great time to start that too. You can vote on all of them, right?
Yep, at Story Darlings.
So if you have strong opinions, make sure you vote on all sites.
What I like about the Amazon Book Club is you can change your email settings. So anytime we start a new book, you're going to get an email notification about it linking to that book on Amazon. So whether it's on KU or you don't have the book but you want to order it, and have it delivered to your house, they make it so easy. So I really like that. And then you can like post comments. No spoilers, but post comments and, people can interact. So I like the page. But yeah, so thank you for tuning in. Look out on our social media pages because we're going to start posting about that and open up voting. Any last words, Tara?
No.
I'm excited to get another book going.
Hmm.
And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.